I'm talking about. Whew. Get ready, get ready. All right, guys. Whew. I'm a little winded, guys. Just got in, long day driving, but I made it. Almost didn't make it, but I did make it. It was about a 7-hour drive. Just got back, went on a little trip. But hey, let's get it up, let's get it rocking, let's get it started. Welcome to Hot Pudge Sunday One-on-One IG Live, episode 14 with your host, Pudge Fernandez. Yes, I practically got in the door about 45 minutes ago. Took a shower, I'm a little stiff, took a ride upstate, went to Niagara Falls, took the family up there. We left Friday, just got back, like I said, 45 minutes ago, just in time. Thank God. I was worried I was going to not be here in time, but luckily there was very little. We left early enough and no traffic, so it was pretty smooth, definitely smooth. I've never been to Niagara Falls in my life, first time. Wifey wanted to go there. We've been talking about it for a long time. Finally, I said, hey, you know, this corona shit's been getting on our nerves. We haven't been able to get out, go anywhere. We were in New York City's on phase 2, upstate's like phase 3, phase 4 somewhere. So we said, fuck it, let's just go see the falls. And definitely worth the trip. We got very lucky. We knew there was a lot of things closed. We spoke to the hotel. They said, you know, we still have to wear a mask. Maybe the pool was going to be closed. The hot tub was going to be closed. I was very upset about that. But, you know, restaurants you can order out. So it wasn't exactly what a normal getaway would be. You know what I'm saying? So there were a lot of little obstacles, enclosures, and this and that. But we were so desperate to go somewhere and just get out of New York and just breathe a little. We said, fuck it. The falls are open 24 hours a day. There's no switch. So basically, you know, we just went there. We saw it. Absolutely worth it. Absolutely recommend it. I'm going to bring up my first guest, my only guest, only one guest a week. I don't know why I fuck it up every week. But yeah, and we'll talk about my little trip. I think he was on the trip too, because he said he almost missed his call time with Hot Pudge Sunday. An old friend, I think it's been 10 years. He came to my mic at the lounge, he introduced himself, and he was such a gentleman. Man, he's nice. You guys may know him from Bar Stool Sports. Please, warm welcome for Mr. Shaun Latham.
Oh, shit. What up, homie?
What up, dog? How you doing?
Pretty good. How you living? Let me get the headset in.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Where you at, the house? That's a nice little, we got some jerseys rocking?
Yeah, man, this is like my studio and shit. I had to make some, you know what I'm saying? So I just started this when the virus started.
Yeah.
I went, you know, it's a little, yeah. So it's a couple of jerseys. I got, what is it? Got the Met jersey, my Lawrence Taylor jersey, my Mean Machine jersey.
Hey, those are good quality jerseys. You've been crushing it this quarantine.
I'm trying.
I've been working on this for about 6 hours trying to get these undone. I finally got them undone.
Yeah, I find it works better when I got the earpiece in, you know what I'm saying? And also the microphone's right.
Cleaner.
Yeah, a lot cleaner. So did you almost miss your call time again right now?
Well, I thought it was 7. I was like, oh, shit, I did it again.
For a second, I thought I was going to cancel on you because I was coming down from Niagara Falls.
Oh, okay. I love it out there.
Oh, you've been up there? It's my first time.
Yeah, I did this. There's a comedy club there I do a bunch of times. I did Helium last time. Before that, there's a fun-ass club called Rob's Comedy Playhouse.
Oh, okay.
So, you have the weekend. You go there and hang out. You can go to the falls and shit in the morning. Go kick. It's only like 20-minute ride.
All right. Yeah, it was our first time. Yo, visual, fucking spectacular.
Yeah, it's a little bit, it'll take it taking back a little bit if you've never been there, right? That first time you roll up, you're like, Jesus, this is powerful.
Yeah. No, we got there Friday evening. We checked into the hotel, and then they said, well, the park's open 24 hours, so we just walked right over there. And as we got closer and closer, and then we saw it from a distance, it was like, whoa.
Yeah,
it's like so.
It's like that first time when you were doing stand-up, and then you saw Eric Rivera go up and crush, and you were like, damn, homie, I got work to do, you know? I saw him right there in the comments, wanted to say what up to him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, Eric.
Yeah.
Shit, back in the day, I was a little open micer. I used to go to his open mic at the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was a junior micer back in the day.
You
He was a few classes ahead of me. He's light years.
know. Yeah, no,
But yeah, shut.
but yeah, shout out Eric Rivera always. But yeah, that first time you go to Niagara Falls, especially because you got the buildings on the Canadian side, you know, and
Yeah,
it's just cool. You know, I've been there one time when they shut that shit off.
the falls.
They shut it off every once in a while. So one time I just happened to be there when that shit was shut off. It looks weird, dude.
You mean there really is a switch?
Yeah. They can shut that off.
Oh, get the fuck out! I just saw the. See, that's the thing. The only thing I saw was the picture, like in what 1895, where the shit froze. There was a jam. There was some kind of glacier, some bullshit jam, and everything froze, and they were walking across the falls.
Yeah, no, they can turn that shit off.
I had no idea. See, there was a lot. See, we got lucky because we knew a lot of stuff was going to be shut down. But we said, hey, listen, let's just see it. It's spectacular. That's all we heard. So let's just see it visually. And we got very lucky. Not only did we get to see it from the park, but the very next day was the first official opening day of the boat ride, the Mist.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we were like, oh shit, this is what it's about. You can't go up there without getting on the boat. So we got very lucky. We got on the boat Saturday, but everything else was closed. So I always like to do those museum things and like learn and all the little movies and shit. So everything was closed. So I didn't even get. I was messing around with my kids and wife and telling them, yo, don't worry, the switch is on. You know, I didn't know there was a real switch. I didn't thought there was a real.
Can you imagine back in the 1800s, these fools were just jumping in wine barrels and fucking taking a dive off of that?
There was the famous story of some 65-year-old lady who went over and she didn't know how to swim and she lived.
That's wild. But other people do it on purpose. Like they get in barrels and shit back in the day and just for the fun of it, dude. There wasn't that much to do in 1897.
Yeah, they were pretty bored. It was a different kind of quarantine. They didn't have any internet.
Yeah, if your horse had like a fucked up hoof or something, I mean, you really didn't have you don't have many options, especially if your horse had a fucked up hoof. What are you gonna do? Yeah,
no, they went over. And then I think like in the 1900s, and it's been a while. I remember back in the day, they used to have those guys who'd make their own little sealed barrels. The Daredevil guys, and like half of them made it, and half of them like that shit would crack open and fuck them up.
Yeah, you gotta be. That's when they got lit back then. That's when they used to give you the bottle of whiskey at the bar, and you could pour it yourself the whole time.
Yeah, when America had balls, they didn't give a shit. That was every Saturday night. Somebody be like, "I bet you don't go over. I bet you don't go over because I do." And we got a story.
Everybody got in shootouts on Saturday. That's just how it was,
Definitely, a lot of fun up there. I'm probably gonna go back because I still want to do that other stuff, and I want to cross over. Canada was closed, so we weren't able to go over.
Yeah. One time when I was doing that comedy club, Rob's Playhouse, I was doing me and the owner, we ended up hitting it off, and he goes, "Hey, what do you do in the morning?" I'm like, "I'm doing nothing. I'm waiting for the shows all day." He's like, "Well, I got a little crib about 45 minutes from here. It's like a snowmobile town. This is like in the middle of winter, like in January."
Oh.
He goes, "I got some snowmobiles. You ever been snowmobiling?" I'm like, "No, I would love to do that." So he picked me up at like 6 a.m. And we drove out like 45 minutes telling me stories and shit. He's an old school comic. And he's telling me all kinds of awesome stories. And then we get out there. He bought like this house in this little town that no one wanted to buy and fix up. He bought it for like dumb cheap, like a few $1,000s for the whole house. He fixed it up himself. And the barn was two-story barn. And that's where he keeps his snowmobiles. We got all suited up. I put my GoPro on, dude, and we just winged the whole town. It's nothing but snowmobiles. We went to like a bar restaurant. You have a cheeseburger and a beer.
So you just pull up. You just pull up like a horse.
Pull up. Yeah, except with snowmobiles. And it was like a group of 10 of us. And then you just go, dude, the whole damn day, just bombing around, doing 80 and 60 miles an hour on a snowmobile. That shit was awesome.
That's pretty hot. I've never done snowmobiles. Not yet. I haven't been up there.
Yeah, that was a nice one. That was pretty fun little, sometimes you get in random shit when you're doing stand-up on the road. And that was definitely one of the fun times where just some random shit happened, and I was all about it.
Hilarious.
So if you live in Buffalo, go to Rob's Comedy Playhouse and support that fool. It's a great
All
club.
right. Yeah, Buffalo. We weren't too far, right?
Yeah, it's a small, it's a small club. They can't get big acts in there. It only sits like 150 max or 100 people.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can get that's how I got the headline because I didn't have that much going on. But if you got an hour, and I was already working the agency with other clubs, and you get thrown in
Right.
there, and it was awesome, man.
All right, cool. No, definitely. It's my first time. The only time I've ever been that north was when I was in the National Guard. We were at Fort Drum, which is not too far away. And then we go up there for 2 weeks for training. And then on the last day, they give us off. So a whole bunch of soldiers, we'd rent a couple of vans. We cross over into Kingston. And we used to hit this one particular strip club called the Plaza. And we just totally, like soldiers do, we invade.
Was that the one with the pole was bent because it's kind of bigger girls there? Also, shout out to the midget Zimbo rolling in here.
I don't know. I don't know about no bench.
From the office, he joined in. I just want to say what up to him.
I don't know about any bench strip pole, but I tell you what, that strip club was like no other strip club I've been in America. Like those strippers are performers. Like you sit there and they give you a show. Like they get into their getup. It's like a theme. I mean, it's like a performance.
Yeah.
They're getting naked. We're seeing titties, but there's a lot of performance art into it.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Like the way Gail and Carlito's Way on 48th and Broadway. Remember? His girl he went to go to the
Carlito.
show.
Yeah, Carlito. She's dancing, Carlito. She's dancing. Yeah, she's pretty good.
She's looking good, Carlito.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, you ever been to a strip club where they spray the pole in between? That's a wild one.
Oh, damn. Nah.
I mean, I didn't want to go. I ended up just there one day randomly with some. They all drugged me over there. I'm like, they're cleaning the pole, man, in between dances. That's not a good sign, homie.
No, actually, it could be a good sign because those are the ones where they'll take you in the back and they'll take care of you.
Yeah, but that's a risky gamble. I just ain't ready to pop, man. I ain't ready to pop off with it.
That's that VIP. That's that VIP easy room. It's fine. It's fine. I think I did more strip clubs in the military than I did as a civilian, and I actually learned a lot. It's hilarious. When we went to Iceland. Again, we went up there to train for 2 weeks. Good time. We were actually fighting against the German army, so we were going head to head, and they beat us this time, which is fun. We figured they were pissed about the last one.
But they took that training serious.
Yeah, they saw it. They whipped their asses. So it was lots of fun. And again, on the last day, we'd rent a van. We went into Reykjavik, the capital. We invaded another strip club. And we're in Iceland, so we're expecting to see a lot of Icelandic women. But when we get there, all the strippers are Russian. And it's like they're all Russian. And like, yo, what's the deal? Why Russia? What are you guys doing here? Come to find out, they're all on temporary visas. Work visas. That's what they do. What they do is they cycle out of Russia. It's like some kind of a lotto. They all want to come to the U.S., but they don't all get the U.S., so they get whatever country they get. They'll get a 90-day visa.
Like a draft.
They find a strip club, and the strip club will put them up in the house. They'll rent them out a room, and sometimes above. It's some wild shit. And then they strip, they make money, then they go home.
Hey, it's tough in these streets when you're trying to get up on your feet. You know what I mean? You got to make it to the big top. You might have to stop in Poland for a little bit of a 2-week run, 3-week run, or maybe a 6-month run before you get to head to Broadway, or like maybe you want to head to Band-Aids in Phoenix. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why wouldn't Iceland let that happen? I don't know. I don't know.
What's the population? Maybe they don't have enough of women that are willing to do that to staff the building.
Maybe the Icelandic women are too good for that. I don't know. Maybe the Russian women give out. I don't know, more, they're a little bit.
But also there's just this volume, just sheer volume of how many more people are in Russia compared to Poland.
So I don't know.
But
I just thought it was hilarious. They're all on this freaking lottery system where they end up around the world. It's like a little roulette to see what they go, come on, America. Come on, America. USA. USA.
How many countries did you go to while you were in the service?
Actually, I didn't go. Just Iceland. And the Virgin Islands. We did a training thing. I lucked. I did 8 years. I was in the infantry, so a lot of training, all that combat training. But my 8 years fell in between the wars.
Oh.
I joined when it was Somalia, and I got out the spring of 2001. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow is right. Yeah, it was pretty weird. It was weird that after September.
How did that feel when that happened right after you got out? Did you feel like, did you almost have like a feeling of uselessness because you couldn't do nothing because you were already out?
Yeah, the thing is I wasn't out long enough. So, I mean, I had just gone out a couple of months before.
Yeah.
So it was still in it. I was out, and it's I don't know if haunting is the right word, but it's bothersome.
Yeah.
Because it's like football. You're on a team for 6, 7, 8 years. You decide to retire, and the next year, your team goes to the Super Bowl, and now you're watching it on TV, and you're watching them, and you're watching and calling the plays, and you're seeing somebody in your position. Yeah. Like, yo, I know that
I should be there.
Yeah, and it's not, and not to say that we never, I never looked for war. We didn't.
Of course not.
Yeah, no, it's a misconception. We just joined, and it's the job we chose.
Yeah,
and we accept the responsibility and whatever comes with it. And so, like 90%, dude, we weren't there for war. We just did what we did because that's what we wanted. But the train, and then that happens, and I'm not there. It was eerie, and then. The decision to possibly going back was totally different because I joined for 2 years initially. I ended up re-enlisting, and I stayed 4 years in active duty in Fort Hood, Texas. Then I came home to the National Guard, and when I first went in, I was single, but when 9/11 happened, I had a son and a daughter.
Yeah, that's a much different decision-making process.
And I came up without a dad for the most part.
Yeah.
That's a long story, but I really didn't have a father figure, period. So it was dicey. And at that time I was separated from my wife. Yeah. So my kids, it was mostly my kids. I did it was just, that was it. Yeah. That was just my kids. And I just
Plus also don't forget, you started eating those good ass sandwiches again. You were back home, you were eating hoagies. You don't want to leave that, man.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Oh, shit.
But it was still in me, man. It was still fresh. I just got out, was April or May.
That's crazy. What time? It's wild.
Oh, I'll tell you a funny story. So when a soldier's about to get out, 6 months before their contract is up, it's your window of opportunity. It's called your open window. So when that window opens up, that's when you negotiate to either re-enlist, change a job. Maybe you want to keep the job, but you want to go somewhere different. So it's a window of opportunity to change jobs, change locations, or do something different, or just be like, no, thank you, I'm walking away. So by that time, my mind was already made up. And my captain had came up to me. He pulled me aside. He's like, yo, Fernandez, listen, because usually we also get a speech. Someone's going to talk to us to give us the gung-ho re-enlistment speech.
Yeah.
Come on, do it for America. You got so many years in. But my captain was cool. He knew me. So he's like, yo, Fernandez, I know you don't want to stay in. I'm not going to give you the speech. Don't worry about it. But listen, let me tell you this one thing, though. Sign this 1 year inactive contract. So I'm like, what's a 1 year inactive contract? He goes, it's very simple. You have a family, you got kids. I'm like, yeah, all right. What this 1 year inactive contract does is it extends your life insurance. So you'll have 1 more year with life insurance just in case. And I'm like, okay, what else? He goes, that's it. You don't have to report. You're not going to see me. You're not going to get paid. Nothing else happens except if there's some kind of world catastrophe, and then we'll call you back. But only then. And then he looks at me and he's like, what's going to happen? He's like, Fernandez, sign the contract. What's going to happen? And I agreed. And I said yes. And he's like, cool, be here Monday. The contract could be drawn up. But I had just gotten a promotion at my day job, and I was working like crazy that I never went back to sign that contract.
Wow.
So if I had signed the 1 year, which I agreed to, they would have pulled me back in.
That's some like divine intervention type shit. You weren't meant to go back. That's just how it was. Like you were meant to be there with your kids and your family.
It's creepy. It's weird.
Sergio, what up, Serge? I met
Get the
Serge
fuck
through
out.
you, bro. You took me to that room in Brooklyn that one time, and that fool
Yeah,
was talking about, is this mahogany?
yeah, that Brooklyn room. I remember. Yeah, that was what the fuck was Uber Lounge?
Yeah, that was it. It was a Buddha. Someone do the Buddha statue and had a cool wooden stool on it, big old stool.
Yeah. Shout out to Serge. I haven't seen him in a minute. Nobody's seen anybody in a minute.
Nah, man,
I
ain't doing shit.
How's your Corona lockdown, quarantine, COVID? Like what have you been doing, if anything? Like how are you maintaining?
I'm been the same with my girl. I haven't been in my apartment in New York at all. One day I went there for like 2 different nights over the last 4 months. That shit's just sitting there rotting away. I feel shitty because I'm paying rent and all my stuff's there. But I've just been staying at my ladies in New Jersey. So, I'm down by Belmar. And, man, I just filmed my I just filmed my cooking show and whatever else.
All
and,
right.
I'm just doing my content for work for Barstool. I left after a couple of months of quarantine. I went to Indianapolis to film a new show idea. I was there for a few weeks filming, and then I came back here, and we've been filming ever since. It feels less quarantine now than when we first started. Because when it first started, you don't even want to be in here and like mask or anything. Like, don't want anybody near you. Now you kind of know, like, oh, I got masks on. Everybody got a mask. Like, pretty low. No one's really gonna get fucked up.
The stress level was crazy. I think in March, like I didn't level out. I didn't level out till maybe second week in April. You know what I'm saying? Because like the end of March was like everyone's like tense.
Oh, hey, Sergio wants to fucking lamp in my crib, dude. Oh man,
that's that dirtbag shit.
Hey, man, at least somebody will enjoy it. But yeah, no, now it feels a lot better. It's kind of like, you're doing shit anyways. Outside of not doing shows or going on the road at all, that's the main thing. And obviously not being in my office at work. But I'll be honest, I like not having to commute. I enjoy just being here, filming my shit, just getting work done. Just making sure my content's reported in.
Still creating your content. And that's why I started creating content. And I just took this Corona thing was kind of a blessing for me personally. I mean, it sucked for a lot of other people, but I'm taking advantage of the time. It's like a comedy timeout. And I'm I'm adapting to the content. I got my YouTube channel up. I'm trying to get a podcast by September or October. So this is kind of my lead up to it, my build up. And trying to get my technology and I got a laptop and I got to learn all that shit. So
yeah. I got lucky. When I got my job, I got a producer. So luckily I don't got to do editing and none of that shit. He does all that,
See, lucky. Yeah, well, I'm not there yet. I got to do it all myself, but it's cool.
I did it for years. I'd always have to try to figure it out myself, do it myself. It's funny. The only difference in my job it brings is like all those times you're at a show and people are like, oh, we should film this. This is a good idea. Or I got this thing we should film. Except now when I think of it, I can film it. Like, oh, yeah. Instead of before, everybody just says we should film it. You're all talking with all your homies at the show. Someone has a funny idea. We could film that. We should film, like, you can film it all day. If somebody ain't editing it and putting in hard-ass work on the editing table, then you're out there just jacking off. Like,
a big skill. How did you transition? You said you did it all by yourself at first, and then you got a producer.
Oh, when I got the job at Barstool.
Okay.
That they have producers. If you're video content, then you get assigned a person that's your producer.
Nice.
So my guy got hired with me. We were both in Indy. We both moved to New York together. And, that's how that's why. So now he'll film it. He'll come tomorrow. He'll come tomorrow afternoon. We'll film a couple episodes. He'll stay over, and then the morning we'll wake up on Tuesday morning we'll film a couple more episodes. And I'll be good for a couple of weeks, But I'll still film. Like when he leaves on me, I use my girlfriend's phone and my phone.
Okay.
And then I got these tripods that my phone's on right now. And and I do it myself too. I've gotten a lot better, for quarantine, learning how to like film the shit myself with 2 cameras. And then uploading the footage, taking the pictures. I have a shot list. Get this. Certain shots you need to get, and
right.
And we've been doing a lot on my iPhone. My producer just started coming back, like in the last month. We started working together again.
Okay.
And that's how it is. I mean, now it's cool, but I just upload the clips to Dropbox, and my producer grabs them and he edits the episodes. So I still don't even edit. I might shoot my own sometimes.
Okay.
And but other than that, he's the man. He's an amazing editor.
Yeah, I'm in the beginning stages, man. I'm just right now. Everything's on my phone. I got I'm doing the Hot Pudge Wednesday, Hot Pudge Sunday, Instagram Live. I did a Facebook Live. I had this little show I was doing. I'd go out. It was called 6 Feet, 6 Questions, where I'd jump in my car and I'd visit comedians all around New York.
Oh, cool.
And with the PPE.
Yeah.
And so I actually got to see a lot of comics that I missed and I haven't seen in a long time.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah, 6 Feet, 6 Questions. So I was running 2 episodes a week. I got to do some more filming. Just something to do to keep me, I mean, as far as the continuity of content.
And your
just
mind
keep
sharp, and you're just going to be on top of it. Comedy's content, a lot of this shit is just, comedy's just been training for, being able to stand in front of a camera with a level of confidence that you don't give a shit about you filming or whatever, because when you start filming shit, you got to get past that whole I'm filming myself,
Yo, it's like I'm an open micer all over again. Mm-hmm. It's a mind fuck. I like one of the things I was doing, the Instagram lives I do on Wednesdays and Sundays. That's pretty cool. It's kind of easy because I'm with you, so it's just it's back and forth. It's laid back. It's comfortable. Mm-hmm. But when I was doing some Facebook Lives by myself, that was hard because I was doing that on location. I would go to different locations around New York City. Yeah, and it's kind of a mind fuck because it's me, myself, and I. I'm the audio, I'm the video, I'm the location, and I gotta. I mean, it was very awkward.
And it's also like there's also like a pressure of being somewhat different because so many people are going live now, and you were the only dude out in the streets with the mask on. I would watch you see what the fuck's going on in the city right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I recognize. I'm like, if I'm gonna do it, everyone's doing it from their house. So I'm going to do it from different locations in New York City. So I was in Times Square. I was in the Bull. I was in Flushing Meadow Park. I did Brooklyn, Coney Island. I still got to do the Bronx. But yeah, I was jumping around.
Were you scared about the trains and shit? Or were you driving? What were you doing?
No, strictly driving. I had my car. I wasn't on trains. Nah.
Yeah.
I had my car. So
I went on a train for the first time the other day in like 5 months or 4 months or whatever. I got a New Jersey Transit, but the train was completely, like the cart was empty.
Okay, that's cool.
Like there wasn't one motherfucker there. Everybody had, all the people that I did see, like they all had masks on. Penn Station was empty, and anybody that was in there had a mask on.
Yeah, early in the year, I was in Times Square on a Sunday at 1 o'clock. Now, I'm an Uber driver. That's what I used to do in the daytime before all this shit hit. And I know Manhattan. And I've never seen Manhattan, especially Times Square and at 1 o'clock. That shit was desolate.
Yeah, it was it's like a movie. It's like one of the movies.
Yeah. It was like they could shut it down right now to film. It was just desolate.
Yeah.
And I did Flushing Meadow Park, the Unisphere, the whole globe thing from Men in Black. So my first episode was there, and it was dead empty. And then I did a recap a couple of weeks ago. More people are out. Now that people are barbecuing, people are getting more comfortable.
Yeah, they are.
I think people, at least I did it in my family, we were phase 2 within the family like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. I think Labor Day, not like Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend. Girl's family, they just started like really hanging out and being normal. Like everybody's been quarantined doing their thing. But now it's kind of like, all right, people in the family are hanging out,
Yeah, we did our own phases because it's like if my house has been quarantined for 3 weeks, 4 weeks,
Yeah.
and then my sister-in-law has been quarantined for 4 weeks. Well, they're good and we're good, so let's be good together. And we had a barbecue, and we also had a birthday party in the park. So we're kind of, I think everyone's doing that.
Yeah.
I noticed Memorial Day weekend as I was walking through my neighborhood, barbecue everywhere.
Yeah. The small group of people, they've all been quarantined and they're coming together, man. And it's nice, it's nice. It's to let some kind of level of normalcy. I went to a barbecue today with my girl's son, his girlfriend's family. And there was only a few people there, but it was just a few of us, like 10 of us, or not even.
Yeah.
But even then, like part of the people that are in college, they didn't even come near us.
Yeah.
Some college volleyball players there that are the sons of coach and all that. And then it was just us and the intermediate family just hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's like that's why we went away this weekend in Niagara Falls. It's like we've been quarantined for so long, and even we had some birthdays go by. We couldn't even go to restaurants. We couldn't even go anywhere.
Yeah.
So we were like fiending. So I said, let's take a road trip upstate, and let's go see the falls. And we got lucky. It was beautiful falls. We got to go on the boat. We got wet. Awesome pictures. Amazing
Dude, I
pictures.
didn't want on that boat, but I see how cool it looks when you're down there. I see the boat swim going right at the bottom of the falls, all the mist and shit in there.
You gotta do the boat. I'm gonna post them up tomorrow on Instagram and Facebook. Amazing pictures. Like, I'm not even a picture guy.
Yeah.
I don't even like taking pictures. I took my wife's phone and I went nuts. It's just an amazing shot.
It's overwhelming.
It's an amazing shot.
That loud, like that noise it's making. It's unbelievable.
Dude, you're in front of this powerful fucking generating energy of water, and I'm doing a selfie with this thing behind me. It's just it's an unbelievable shot. Unbelievable shot.
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to go to some pretty memorable places, and that was definitely one of them.
Yeah,
the Buddha statue.
Which one?
The Buddha statue in Hong Kong.
Oh shit!
I've been to the statue, obviously, Liberty. I've been to the Redeemer statue in Brazil.
Oh, the Jesus.
Yeah, I've been to that one.
That's actually on the list because we were googling eight wonders of the world. There's a whole list of 8 wonders of the world of the top visual. So yeah, the one in Brazil. The Colosseum. That's on our list now. The Colosseum.
Yeah, in Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
was only in Paris for a day. I was on a layover to South. I was going to I don't know why I said Paris. I was thinking some other shit, but because you said Rome, but yeah. I went to Paris for one day, saw Eiffel Tower, but that was on a layover going to South Africa.
Okay.
So
Eiffel Tower's on my list, and we got to.
That's unbelievable too. I think it's unbelievable as well.
You seen the Grand Canyon?
Yep.
See, that's on our list.
I've never been in there. I just flown over it a bunch of times.
Okay. No, I've never seen
Phoenix, flying up from Phoenix, like you go to Seattle or something. I forgot. Well, also if you're coming into LA, sometimes where you're coming from, you go over it. That looks pretty amazing from the sky.
Wow. See, I went to Vegas one time, but I didn't see it from the plane.
I feel like you also fly over at Phoenix to Vegas flight. You fly over it.
Okay.
But
also, we were there years ago, and I was having too much fun in Vegas, and to go to the Grand Canyon would have been an all-day thing. Like, you got to get up at 6 in the morning and then head out there and come back. So I'm definitely doing it next time.
Yeah, I went to you go to the Hoover Dam when you're by Vegas driving.
No, I didn't do Hoover Dam either.
That's
so I got to go. Yeah, those are my next 2. Next time I go there, I'll make those trips to Hoover and the Grand. What is it, like 3-hour, 4-hour drive? Yeah,
I think from Phoenix not that bad, or Vegas it's only not that far either, like 4 hours.
Okay.
Max.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, I lived in Phoenix for years. That's where I started stand up when I was like 22 or whatever in 2001.
So 2001 was your birth year?
Yep. That's when I started stand up. That was my birth year.
Holy shit! And I met you what, in 07, 08? 6?
Maybe a little bit later. I think it was like 2008 or 9. I think I was already touring Fluffy though. We started hanging out. So no, it was 2011, bro. Because that's when I remember I moved to New York for like a little under a year. I was touring out of there with Fluffy, and I'd go back, and every day I'd just go hang out in the city with nothing to do.
Because I remember when you came by my open mic. I think you were on a break. You were with Fluffy, but you were on a break,
Yeah.
and then
That
you
was
came back.
11, I think, or 12.
Okay, and then you came back later when he did Radio City.
Yeah.
I remember. And that's where I met Fluffy. When he did those shows at Caroline's,
Yep.
which was pretty fucking awesome because it was a lot more intimate than
Oh.
Radio City.
Yeah, yeah. Fluffy's one of them dudes. Like, obviously, he kills no matter what he does. But if you get a chance to see him in a small, like, well, obviously not small. It's monsters for one of us. Like Caroline's is huge, but if you're Gabriel Iglesias, you post that in 10 minutes, it's at a minute it's sold out.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like it's like you don't get to see a dude that does 10,000 seats everywhere, for a 300 seater. It's unbelievable.
I thought I was the luckiest guy in the world. I was so pissed because Radio City was sold out, and my whole family got to go except me.
Oh,
so I was pissed. And then, but you guys stayed for WrestleMania, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we went over to Jet Stadium or whatever, Giant Stadium.
Right. And then he called up Caroline's. He scheduled Monday, Tuesday. And when I heard about it, I was like, oh, shit. And I went to both shows on both nights. And, yeah, totally fucking amazing. And
that's how he funds that shit. He'll be like, I'll get a suite at the stadium for the WrestleMania, which is probably like $15,000 or some crazy shit. But then he just goes, I'll just do 2 nights at Caroline's, 2 shows. And a lot of times he treats those shows almost like a podcast because he just talks to the crowd. He's not just doing straight material.
He's
drinking.
Yes. And let me tell you, he was drinking, and he wasn't drinking alone.
No.
Because in between you guys, he was buying shots for the crowd, which I've never freaking seen before. Every second, the waitresses came out with that was a fucking amazing. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Totally cool.
He'll buy a whole place drinks, bro. I've seen him go ham a few times and just buying up the bar, dude. Like because he doesn't drink that often. So when he does, it's like it's a party. Everybody's getting lit. He'll buy 100 shots and pass them out with Patron. He don't give a shit, dude.
But the best part, and I was there by myself. Like, I wish my wife would have been there, or just because he got intimate.
Yep, that's what he does when he does club shows.
He opened up, and he got so intimate about his family, the struggle, and it's like to hear it from somebody at his level. I mean, we can talk about it, and we understand it, but sometimes, I got issues with my family, and I know wife had her doubts in the day, but they just don't know. Even at that level, they see somebody at that level and they think it's all roses, cheesecake and roses. Nah, it's a lot of pain. It's a lot of struggle. It's a lot of sacrifice. And when he opened up, I was like, wow. I mean,
he's a man, bro. I was with him. He gave me a set. I did a set with him in like February. He was at Gotham and he got, he went up and he just did his thing, man. He called me up. He's like, hey, I'm in New York. If you want to come do a guest set. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll come to Carol. I'll come to Gotham and do a guest set, dude. And your sold out show that sold out in 6 seconds probably. Crowd was electric. He got hammered. He was like a podcast again. It was really fun, man. He's the man, dude.
I love that intimacy, though. Love that intimacy. It's just like every comic and family member should watch that just to know, hey, it ain't all roses and candy.
Yeah. I hope one day he does a special. One of his specials is just one of those shows where he's just, because we would do that a lot. Like if he came in a day early, he'd be like, hey, he'll call up his homie at the Dallas Improv and he'll be like, hey, do you got anything going on tomorrow? And the club would be like, no, we're dark tomorrow. He goes, you want to do a show? And I'll be like, yeah. And then he'll be like, hey, Dallas, I'm going to do a quick pop-up show at the Improv tomorrow night. And then, wham, sold out. And then it was just a great time, man. We pulled the bus up, and then it was just party time, dude. Just getting hammered, Fluffy up there doing 3 hours, drinking, just doing a meet and greet, and fucking no shirt on. Like, the guy's a beast, dude. He's the man.
Yeah. I saw his meet and greet, too. That was crazy. He just took care of everybody. I mean, he just hung there and took care of everybody.
Dude, I didn't buy food for 4 years of my life. Because when I was on that tour, you don't pay for shit. Like, whatever happens, you're on the road with Gabriel. Like, we're doing 4 theaters a weekend. Like, you don't pay for shit.
How did you guys meet?
When I got a job at the Improv in 2001, originally, before I started stand-up.
And Phoenix?
Yeah, I was working as a food runner and then eventually a waiter. But when he came through, his boy, who does his merch and stuff, and did like all a lot of stuff for him, like a personal assistant kind of thing, but merch
Yeah.
manager. Became my really good friend. So when I moved to LA in '04, I'd go hang out with him every once in a while. And then like in '07, '08, you know, he'd invite me to like a weekend. Fluffy would be at Brea Improv for the weekend doing 10 shows. So I'd go up, hop in and help him. And then, you know, I didn't want to be lazy or nothing. So my really good friend was his shirt guy. So I'd go help out, you know, like it was
Yeah.
fun. It was like bartending.
Yeah.
I bartended for years. And then when you sell shirts for Fluffy, it's like bartending. 50, 100 people are bum rushing you. And you're like, what do you want? Let me get two I'm not fat on Fluffy's 3X.
Yeah.
I'm like, $60. What do you want? You know? And then we started hanging out afterwards. So he'd slowly, like, over the year, he said, like, hey, you want to do a guest set tomorrow night? You're like, fuck yeah. So it just kind of played like that. And then 2009, I went on the road with him one time to Houston Improv. That's why I got this freaking tattoo.
Oh.
That was it's a Aztec chick, dude. We were hammered in Houston. The very first weekend I ever did stand-up with Gabriel. These fools come up after the weekend.
You got hammered. You got hammered and got the tat?
Yeah, well, we were just in line doing a meet and greet, and these Mexican homies rolled up with a bunch of beers, and they were like, hey, what's up, Fluffy? Hey, we own a tattoo shop. If anybody wants to get any ink done, we're down. So they give out the beers, and Gabriel looks at everybody after he's drinking a half a bottle of Patron. He's like, who wants to go? And me and Ivan, you know, that's his merch manager. We're like, we'll do it. So, you know, I'm trying to fucking earn my way. You know, I'm like, I'm not going to be a bitch. Like, Fluffy brought me to Houston, man. He gave me $1,000 and he paid for all the food and he put my flight and shit, you know?
Wow.
So I was like, I'll go do whatever, bro. And so we went and got tatted up. And then like 7 or 8 months later, I went to Hawaii with him. He asked me to go. Then he asked me to go on the tour with him. So I was on with him for like, after that, like 2010, January, I took off with him. I put all my shit in storage, bro. And then it was one of those moments where it's like the most perfect timing, you know? Like it's like almost like it's one of those moments in the career where you're meant, or whatever you're doing in your life where some shit happens to guarantee that no matter where you are and like how down or low you are, that you can, that moment will make sure you continue doing your path, you know? And I remember I was about to lose my apartment. I had no job. I couldn't find a job and shit. And then out of nowhere, he's like, you want to go? And I'm like, yeah. So I luckily put my shit in storage and I went on the road with him, and I was on the road with him until 2014.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was wild because it was like the most perfect timing. It was just insane how it all works out, you know?
A lot of life is timing, but a lot of it is, hey, just work and don't quit.
That's it too. It really is. It's
just
timing is just
quit.
luck meets preparation almost, you know, like, or
luck
is preparation, or I forgot the saying or whatever, but you know, it's
I know which one it is. Yeah.
And there's a lot of truth to it because everybody's always like, what's the secret to comedy? Like when you talk to young dudes, you're like, there isn't one, bro. Just keep going, dude. Just keep trying to be better and keep working it better. That's it.
Just work. Just challenge yourself.
I appreciate all the love, by the way, in the comments. Thanks, everybody, man.
Yeah, yo, dude. One of the things you're squared away, and you're total sweetheart. You are a sweetheart guy.
That.
Like, no, because when I first met you, and you were, you had clout. You're rolling with Fluffy, but it did not come off like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, like, no matter what, you could, you know, if a guy is nice enough to bring you on the road with him, that don't mean that I ain't shit.
Yeah.
No one bought one ticket to see me, you know, like.
Yeah.
And I always made sure that I never let that like, I always knew that, dude, if this guy can change his mind right now and I'm back to square I was before this, like, it don't change nothing. It's all I can do is, you know, take full advantage, you know, be grateful, and then, you know, and just keep learning every day. Because working with Gabriel is like it's like going to comedy university almost, you know. Like
I can
watching his behind the scenes shit, how he does merch, how he does a tour, how he does, you know, how he does everything, how his management's set up, how his tour set up, his tour managers, productions, his staging. You know, his business, like you get to watch it all, like behind the scenes of basic comedy business guru.
It's a machine. He has a corporation. It's like what you can tell.
Oh yeah. He's 50 employees. He's had over 50 employees at certain points. I know that for sure.
I know when he came to Caroline's, I kind of saw a little bit of that. There was I don't know who it was, but he has a guy on a laptop nonstop.
That was Ryan. That's his road manager and also the stage sound guy. But he's like a stage manager, sound manager. Like he's the get it done guru dude.
Yeah, because I saw this guy like before the show, during the show, after the show. He was working.
Oh, that guy's
He was like,
that
and
guy
I'm
was the
like, this.
brains. I mean, of the tour. Like there was several brains. There was a handful of brains.
Right.
But he was like the on the ground guy that if anything was needed to be done, he'd make sure it got done. Like he wouldn't be the guy going to get it done a lot of times, but he would make sure somebody got it done. He was the contact with venues, and he set the whole stage up, and he would make sure the sound and the lights and the fucking all the pizzazz and the projector and the graphics.
Wow.
I mean, the guy was just there's nothing he didn't do.
So when exactly? How many years were you with him, and when did you know it was time to break out? Was that easy?
Well,
like how do you say goodbye to Fluffy?
It was like I was starting to not get along with a couple of the dudes. Like it was here and there. Like they didn't, it wasn't just me. It was like, you live with dudes like being a jail bro with Wi-Fi and better food. You know what I mean? And better.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a weird thing to say, but being on a tour bus because you and the other openers, there's 5 of us. So and then plus you had a couple, a merch homie. That was Ivan, and then you had another guy, a couple guys. So we were on this little bus together nonstop for almost 5 years. So, you finally started to butt heads a little bit, but you weren't like almost about to fight on the bus and none of that shit. You just had you had your little quarrels.
Right.
But he was just like, one day Fluffy's like, hey, listen, I love you. You're a great dude. I love your comedy, but you're not going to grow on this tour. You need to go on your own and grow now. Like, take what you've learned and what you've gained working with me on this tour. I got some TV credits. He said, now go do your own thing. If you need anything, I got you. He gave me some money. And he helped me get some dates to start off. And he's like, if you need anything, let me know. I got you. But I need you to go grow and become, grow into the comic that you need to grow into because it's not going to happen if you're doing 5 and 10 minutes with me every night. And so, I still talk to him.
That's good people.
He's done my show. He did my radio show a couple times. He did 20 Hour Chef a couple times. Like, I still talk to him. We still hang out. If he's in New York, he calls me up, lets me do guest sets. He's just a man, dude. And, if I ever needed anything, I'd call him up. He'd be cool with it. Still go to his house, kick with him in Long Beach and shit.
That's some cool shit. That's some good tough love to be able to push you out and tell you it's time to fly.
Yeah.
I can imagine some guys, if you're a good earner, they'll just keep you.
Yeah, and he knew I want to be a headliner too,
Right.
Like we all wanted to be, and I guess
that's the ultimate.
It was the right time.
Isn't that all our goals? All of us. We all want to headline everywhere. So, but that was totally cool. So, and you've been flying.
He's the man, dude.
So you definitely made him proud. You've been flying,
and it felt great because after being on my own for like 5 years, he comes to New York and he's like, he does my show and he sees I got a little bit more, I got more followers and I got this radio show and things are kind of going my way finally after, another 5 years of not working with him. And he goes, man, I'm going to tell you what, we talk about you, man. He goes, we're proud of you. And it makes me feel good, like, that I can make him proud, that I did something, I went out with, I took the tools he gave me and I kept it moving and kept on trucking like I always did. Like we ain't going to stop. You don't stop. You keep going. You're grateful for the relationships and the opportunities, but you just keep going because we want to all be the headliner.
So what do you got on deck now that you said you're working on a new show? Because you got $20 Chef, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got Bar Stool?
Yeah, I'm a Bar Stool now. I'm Bar Stool Sports for almost my third year. July is 3 years.
And you still got more content coming.
Yeah, I got a new show. I'm trying to, my whole thing is like you got to get in the content game as far as with Bar Stool, your salary basically is based on the ad revenue you bring in.
Right.
So I'm always trying to find another, like, what can I do? What kind of show? What would people want to buy, So with the quarantine crap, I decided, like, one day I just started talking like a late night Twitter about home bars, right? And then people started dropping their pictures of their home bars. And I bartended for almost 15 years. So at several different bars and nightclubs and restaurants and dive bars. And, so I just decided I want to do a show where I go around and build people's home bars, and I shot a pilot and we redid. I'll send you the pictures when we're done. Can you put pictures in this shit now?
I don't think so.
You can't. But we turned my buddy's backyard barn shed into like a dope ass bar. So that's my show idea. Is like it's called Home Bar Build Out. We just submit this week coming up. We'll give it to sales, and let's hope the magic happens, that it sells and that somebody buys. Like Labatt Blue, shout out. Labatt Blue bought $20 Chef for the year, you know? And so I'm looking for that again.
That was the first. I had that beer when I went to Canada when I was a soldier, and I never
Buffalo's their headquarters.
Yeah, I had that beer for the first time. Was it 97? Yeah. I had it when I went over to Kingston, and when I came back, I started drinking. Nobody knew what it was. Now it's everyone knows what it is. But yeah, so
now they're very American now. You know, they're trying to, especially Northeast area. You know, Michigan, all the way over. You know, but that's my goal. Is like that show will be done editing the next, like tomorrow, Tuesday. We just got to do some voiceover stuff on it, and then. Because it took us about 3 weeks, almost a month to film it, because we didn't have a crew. We built all the construction ourselves and shit, you know. And we paid for it all, and we did all the labor ourselves. We had some friends help. A lot of friends came together to help us, you know. Like electrical guy, you know, electrician, you know, other homie for the roofer, homies with deck. Some dude from Twitter. We just put a video up on Twitter, like, yo, who knows how to do decks, dude? Because we don't know how. And this cool-ass dude that was a fan of all the podcasts we've been on. He's like, I've been doing decks my whole life. I used to do it with my dad. So in the rain, this fool came out, helped us get it ready to rock and roll. And I mean, he set it all out for us. You know, we dug it out, set the stones and shit, got the boards all placed out. And then the next day, after he left, you know, but the guy, I mean, he just came just to do it for some free beer and just to be a good guy, you know?
Wow. What's the name of the show?
It's going to be called Home Bar Build Out.
Home Bar Build Up?
Build Out.
Build Out.
And it might never go anywhere. I mean, it might not get sold. You know, it's like anything else. You take a TV show, you film a pilot, and hope it gets picked up. Except
but you build people their bar, their personal bar.
Yeah, the goal would be that we if someone buys
trick out.
Yeah, basically Pimp My Ride, but for home bars. It's like a Treehouse Masters, but for home bars, or meets a bar rescue type thing, you know?
Oh, that's too much fun. There's going to be how many people got man caves? You know what I'm saying? That they want to upgrade or want to create it.
Yeah, or a barn in the back. So if it gets, let's say Labatt Blue likes it, or another beer or liquor or Home Depot, then they buy a certain amount of episodes, and then we can I'll put up on, you know, the main account of Barstool, where, you know, we're going to rebuild home bars. You know, submit a 30-second video on why we should do yours or something, you know? And then we'll just pick like 12 people across the country to build their home bar. Yeah.
I have to apologize. I quit drinking 3 years ago. I mean, I'm all excited, but I can't drink. I'm like, this sounds so fucking cool.
Yeah, no, I'm excited, man. I really enjoyed, dude. Actually, you know what else I enjoyed? I enjoyed that blue-collar manual labor. I mean, when I first moved to LA, I was cutting grass. I was doing lawn. You know, I was doing anything I could do. Bar back. I mean, any job I could do to stay in LA to do stand-up, I did. And it felt good. Like I haven't done anything like that in so long. And I'm sitting here digging ditches and shoveling wheelbarrows of rocks up my ass.
Try Ubering.
That's a little, you know, that's not as manual labor-y, but you know, I really enjoyed it. I like being outside. I like building shit. I like drinking beer while I'm working. And if I can crack some jokes with my camera crew and have a good time, you know, bring some happiness and build somebody a home bar.
See, I think that's the key. I think that's the key right there is you're enjoying it, so it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah,
if you enjoy what you do and you're enjoying what you do, you have a beer and you're creating. Yeah. That's like a perfect storm right there. And
that's the best. You know, I guess doing a cooking show made you realize that. I mean, I didn't grow up cooking. I started cooking in my 30s, you know. I'll be 42 in November. And if I can have a cooking show that's, you know, relatively successful on the internet, then I can have any kind of show. Like I can have a building. I could be a fucking builder show. I'm not the contractor. I'll just have, you know, the contractors will be, I'll be with them. I'll do whatever they tell me to do. You want me to go shovel some shit or get some rocks or cut wood or sweep, like whatever, dude. I'll do it. You know, at the end of the day, I'm still going to be cooking some meat on that grill, and I'm going to be drinking beers and just hanging out and having a good time and enjoying the work, you know?
Holy fucking shit, man. Yo, well, God bless you, man. I know it's going to hit. It's got to hit. I'll put money on it right now. I appreciate that. It sounds too fun. It sounds too fun.
We had a fun time, dude. We got a blast doing it.
I quit drinking. I kind of want to jump back.
I'll make
You know
you
what?
some good virgin cocktails, dude. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. No, oh, cool. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Totally appreciate it. But yo, that sounds like that's hot. That people got land, people got backyards, people got basements. I mean, come on,
dude. When I put that tweet up, I said drop a picture of your home bar. Like 150 people put pictures of their home bars up, and I was like, we got something here, man. And then I started asking for more, so people started DMing them. I wrote a blog on it, and I put like 80 or 100 people's home bars, and some of them were just a cart, and some of them were like a $20,000 monstrosity that's like,
dude,
it can open for business.
It's a man thing. It's a guy thing. I remember when I started going out with my wife, when we were just dating, I went to her place, and her father had a bar. A corner of the apartment with the whole bar. It was all his. That was his corner. Mind you, it was a New York City apartment, but he made sure he had his corner bar, the whole thing. So hey, dude.
If his lady ain't gonna let him go to the bar, guess what? He's gonna make the bar at the home. Because at the end of the day, man, like I go to bars now, I'm not talking to random people. I'm going to get a couple of beers, sit around, look at the place, my buddy, whatever, talk to my friend. Maybe see a stoolie in there, say what up, and that's a wrap, dude. Like, I'm not there to I go there just to kind of kick it, have a couple beers, be stoned, look around, maybe dap up a bartender, say what up, thanks for the drink, and talk to my homie, whoever I'm with, Yeah. And that's what you do at your home bar, dude. Yeah, when we get off here, I'm going to send you that picture of the bar we did. It's badass.
No, send it to me. As a matter of fact, we got to wrap it up right now because Instagram is a time limit.
Okay.
But, thank you so much for coming on, bro.
Hey, thanks for inviting me.
Say again?
Thanks for having me. I appreciate the invite.
Oh no, absolutely, man. I thought about you, and I haven't seen you in fucking ages, and I know we were supposed to hook up early in the year, but then this Corona shit happened. I know you when you moved in, but fuck it, man.
We're gonna link up.
No, absolutely. Whenever in the clubs, I figure September, October, we'll be back. Yeah, the clubs will be open.
Hey, appreciate everybody being cool as shit in the comments too. Thanks, everybody.
No problem. Shout out to everybody. Shout out your links. Shout out your social media.
That $20 chef all day.
$20 chef all day.
Go follow
Shaun Latham
chef.
And that new show. What's the name of the show?
Home bar. Well, it's not out yet. We ain't got it bought or sold or anything. But home bar build out. If it gets if things go right, it'll be called home bar build out.
There you go. All right, thank you so much, man. We'll keep in touch. Shoot me those pictures.
Sure will, brother.
Thank you, man. Be good. Be safe. All right. There we go, guys. Yo, that was pretty hot. That was fucking hot anyway. Thank you, Shaun Latham. Thank you so much. Definitely an old school guy. I knew he'd be hot. I knew he'd be awesome. I'm telling you, I don't know. Sometimes I get a vibe when I meet people, and he just gave me that vibe. This was fucking like 10 years ago and shit when he walks into my open mic, and he was just a cool, down-to-earth, solid sweetheart of a guy. And he's fucking funny. All right, because I saw he came to my mic, humble as shit. He jumped on, and I invited him to do a show in Brooklyn that I was producing at another spot. So he's definitely Pudge Pass from day one. I mean, Fluffy had him first, I know, but give me second credit. All right, I discovered him at the Laugh Lounge here in New York. All right, but anyway, Shaun Latham, thank you so much. Shout out to everybody who was on. Thank you for following Hot Pudge Sunday 1-on-1. And Hot Pudge Wednesday 1-on-1 IG Live every week. My name is Pudge Fernandez. I am your host. This was episode 14 with Shaun Latham. Hope to see you guys this Wednesday. All right, follow me.